The US Congress here, the White House, the states have all been looking for ways to protect the elections underway from AI intrusion, which makes this a good time to hear from Oren Etzioni from the Allen Institute of Artificial Intelligence. He was the founding CEO and is currently developing a tool that might just give us the answers we've been looking for against AI misuse. Thanks for your time, Oren. For a start, are we speaking primarily here of deepfakes?
Yes, deepfakes is absolutely a huge problem. And because we're visual animals, it's so natural to see something, to believe it, to react to it. And now AI can create things like that that are not real.
We are told that we are at an early stage here, but already we are seeing quite convincing images and voice reproductions. How far could this go?
We are in the early stages, you're right, but it's moving very, very fast. And so just a little while ago, we heard an imitation of President Biden in a robocall in New Hampshire that sounded very real. And OpenAI released Sora with videos that were both beautiful but very realistic. I think the short answer is it's moving so fast, pretty soon you will not be able to tell truth from fiction in images, videos, and audio.
The face and the voice have always been the two rather obvious markers of identity. Are both now threatened?
Yes, that is exactly the case. You can no longer believe what you see. You have to take a step back and ask yourself, where is this coming from? What is the source? Is it a bona fide source like CNN, New York Times, Wall Street Journal, or maybe it got forwarded via social media, but it's not real?
How much or how little does it take to create a deepfake?
Deepfakes have been around for a while, and disinformation has been around for a while, but it was something that was expensive. You had to be a technical expert, something the nation states would do. Now we are starting to see disinformation terrorism. People who are not technical, people who have very limited budgets, can create very compelling deepfakes, and they're doing it.
Is there a serious risk that foreign players could penetrate this election through AI?
I'm very worried about that because we've already seen foreign interference in elections in 2016, in 2020, but we are about to face one of the most consequential elections in history, not just because of the difference between the candidates, but also because of the implications for our democracy. And the election is very narrowly contested. So if you're able to sway even a small number of votes in key states, you could tip the scale. And I don't think anybody wants AI to be the basis of who wins this next election.
So, what's the defense?
There's no silver bullet, but we are doing a number of things. First of all, there's what's called watermarking. So the big tech company are trying to label images and videos generated by them and audio as automatically synthesized. At truemedia.org, we're working on deepfake detection. So we have a free tool, a nonpartisan tool that we're making available over the coming weeks, and you can use it and other journalists and afterwards the public, where you upload a social media post from TikTok, from YouTube, from Facebook. It analyzes what it sees and it gives you an assessment of whether this is manipulated media, whether this is AI synthesized, or whether it's real. All these technical things, though, are no substitute for people being educated and people being critical. When you see something, think about, am I sure this is real?
And is this new tool going to be free to use anywhere in the world?
We're producing a free tool as a public service. It is not language dependent. Our analysis is using visual aspects and all kinds of nuances in a video and an image and an audio to detect. We cannot make it available to every single person simply because of the cost. These are expensive analyses, and we don't want adversaries to train their models on our work. But we are making it available to people who have been vetted, like journalists, people, fact checkers, and so on, and helping them to make sure to keep it real. if you will.